I'm back out in my yard today, and I think I'm gonna work on the LBZ here. I'm gonna see if I can figure out where it's leaking oil from, see if I can plug the hole real quick. I want to move it to a little bit of a easier working area. Basically what I got to do is there's a skid plate underneath there, and I got to take the skid plate off and see if I can figure out where it's coming from, because I really don't have any idea where it's coming from. There's a big puddle of it just down on the ground here. Like, I mean, it is soaking wet there. Here, I'll get a flashlight so you can see it. It is just soaked, and it's a constant drip. There's a little drop right there getting ready to drip off. And it's weird because, well, you can see the oil pan's all rusty, so it's probably something to do with that. But there's no clear spot of where it's coming from, so I'm gonna see if I can figure that out. Definitely loses oil fast though. Oh, there's oil in the dipstick. I wonder if my dad filled it up with oil before he put it on the trailer when we went to pick it up. And that is got oil in the dipstick. I gotta get a rag though to clean it off, man. Looks full. I would have bet money that it was going to be empty. So on my last video with this, I didn't start it, but same thing. It's been over a week since I've started it, and I'm assuming it's just going to start right up. We'll see. She's pretty mint bud, if you ask me. This is one of the skid plates that I gotta take off, and the other one is just behind it here. Both soaked in oil. Well, this one's really not up in the front, but back there it's soaked in oil. So I'm gonna see if I can pop these off, and if it's still not apparent as to where the oil is coming from, I got some degreaser I'm gonna spray on it and hose it off, and hopefully I will be able to see some kind of residue or something, because I really don't know where it's coming from. So that's oil soaked dirt that I pulled out from underneath it. I still don't have a good idea where it's coming from, because I got all the dirt cleaned out of there now, and it's still dripping. So I'm gonna spray some super clean on the whole thing and hose it off, and hopefully then, if I let it sit, then I'll see a nice stream of where it's coming from. It actually kind of looks like it's coming from up underneath. Just looking at it right now, again, it's like the stream's a little darker, but I can't really tell. So I'm gonna super clean it all, and we'll see what it looks like. I super cleaned it, but it's all wet now, and I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry out. So I think I've done just about all I can do with it for now. Maybe I'll see if I can clean up the top side of the engine here a little bit, clean all the dirt out of it. That way, be nice and clean. But I think probably what is gonna end up happening is you're gonna have to take the whole front clip off anyway, just to make it easier to work on, or pull the motor. I don't know. It looks pretty crusty down there, so I'm gonna have to see what it's leaking and then decide what we're gonna do with it. But yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll throw some super clean on the top here. That usually works pretty good at cleaning all the dirt up and stuff. So it looks a lot better in here. Just spraying or dumping a little bit of super clean, I should say. I didn't even spray it. That's all the plow wiring. That's a mess. But it looks a lot better. I'm gonna let it dry out. I'm gonna move it back to its spot before all the oil that's in there leaks out of it. And maybe tomorrow I can crawl underneath it and see what it looks like. Just because the ground's all wet right now, and it'll be dripping for a little while until it's done drying. But I gotta clean this mess up now. So I was editing this video and I realized I forgot to make an outro. I never went back to look at the truck afterwards, and I really couldn't tell where it was coming from other than the oil pan looked like it was all wet. So I ordered a new oil pan. Should be coming in pretty quick, and hopefully we can replace it. I'll make a how-to video about that and how that goes. So I'd say that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.